During different research activities, every laboratory produces scientific artifacts with workflows. Tracking the provenance of these artifacts is a crucial step in order to guarantee scientific data discovery, reproducibility, and results interpretation. The goal of use case 1 is to enable a well-defined data provenance in the scientific experiments workflow from data production to data usage. Thanks to provenance, researchers should be able to define a set of metadata able to capture the derivation history of any stored data, including the original raw data sources, the intermediate data products, and the steps that were applied to produce them. The example of data provenance within the community of material science nanoscience came from Strass research group of Scanning Tunneling Microscopy Laboratory of CNR-IOM, where all started with a backup folder. The original dataset of more than 200 GB contained a lot of different files produced in 20 years of research of Strass Group. The organization and structure of this data needed to be addressed to make the STM dataset fair, compliant, and allow researchers to build data provenance. We started from the extraction of the instrument metadata associated with STM images. Using machine learning techniques, we created a structured database searchable from any browser and publicly available from here. This data services, called STM Explorer, helps the discovery of images on the whole dataset. Users select metadata and based on the number of fields selected, two plots are displayed. A quantiles plot to show the distribution of the images with respect to the values of the field, and a scatter plot that shows the number of images for each combination of the two fields. The image result is shown in the browser associated with its own metadata.
Climate research makes use of lots of data coming from the modeling and observational climate communities. Due to data exploration complexity, provenance management is key to ensuring scientific data reproducibility and sharing, along with results interpretation and data history tracking. This task aims to contribute to a fair workflow in the field of climate science by identifying a suitable provenance procedures addressing the W3C Prov standard. Graphical provenance information of a climate dataset created with ProvPython is shown on the right. A link with use case 8, comprising the virtual definition of big datasets, has been established and will be further investigated. A second-level provenance management complying with the W3C Prov standard has been elaborated to account for in-depth provenance support within the climate processing services set up in use case through. In this regard, the INES Climate Analytics Service, one of the EOSC thematic services, is the bridge between use case 1 and 2. ECAS enables scientific end users to perform data analysis experiments on large volumes of multidimensional data through the PID-enabled server-side and parallel approach. The core analytics engine of ECAS is the Ophidia HPDA framework, which supports the management and execution of large scientific workflows. ECAS and Ophidia capabilities allow users to run their experiments and get fine-grained provenance information. This information is captured at the second level of a data analytics workflow based on W3C Prov specifications that define the data model and the related XML schema and JSON representation. As a test case, we selected a multi-model precipitation trend analysis, which has been implemented as an Ophidia analytics workflow and executed on 11 climate models from the CIMIP-5 experiment for a total of about 200 tasks. The analysis consists of two main steps. The first includes a number of identical sub-workflows, each associated with a specific climate model. The second is the final workflow to perform a statistical analysis on the output of each previous sub-workflow. Various adaptations and extensions have been developed on top of the existing ECAS modules to fully address fair-oriented provenance management. In particular, based on the information tracked by the Ophidia server about the executed task, scientific users running an analytics workflow can retrieve the corresponding provenance documents in XML, JSON or graphical format through the Python application developed in the task. This enables end users to retrieve the data lineage of an object, including the entire analytics workflow associated to it, which is particularly worked towards data discovery and the fair reproducibility principle.